Back into this program and recruiting this
Yeah,
coming
it'd be
year?
great. It'd be great. It's guys like me and Trey and Anthony that can advocate for Indiana high school players playing in Indiana. Jordan Holst too. He's on staff here. He grew up in Indiana, from Bloomington, and had a super successful career. I think winning the championship and winning this year is very important because they see Indiana kids come to Indiana and then be successful. I think that's the biggest thing. So looking forward to this season, regardless who it is that they're recruiting. They're going to see a team that's, I'm very excited for the season. So when they see Indiana kids succeed at this level as well at a school like Indiana, it's going to make it a very good look for them.
You said on the podcast with Miller about your first shot here in Bloomington. What's it going to mean to you when you take the floor in those candy stripes for the fans in Indiana?
Well, the first shot was a make, so it was great. But the second one, not so much. It's about 5 feet short. But, it was great. I was super excited to come back and play in Assembly Hall in a different jersey. And, when I would hit shots here in the last couple games, it would go quiet or I would get booed. And now it's going to be, very loud. So that's going to be awesome, man. I'm just excited and looking forward to that opportunity and being able to play in Assembly Hall when they're actually cheering for me, not against me.
So you're kind of similar to Miller coming over from a Big Ten school. What's it like learning from him a little bit now that he's in town?
Yeah, we've had some conversations. I've known him, played against him at both schools he was at, and I know he's a good player. He's a great player, and he was good at Indiana as well. So just being able to bounce ideas back and forth. My situation is a little unique because I graduated in 3 years. I feel like the way that I left Illinois, in my opinion, was about the best way you could do it in today's world. Everybody these days are leaving for the slightest reason. I left because I graduated. My time was done. Helped, win 2 championships, and last season, obviously, it was great. So, that transition for myself has been smooth. That coaching staff over there, talk to them all the time. So, that's forever relationship. So, in today's world, you don't see that. So, I'm grateful for my time there. Having Miller, some guy that's come from another Big Ten school as well. It's been great to talk to him. But the transition, everything has been, it's been great. So.
What are the similarities between Coach Underwood and Coach Woodson?
Yeah, their demeanor is very different. I'll say that. Coach Woodson is a lot more laid back than Coach Brad, but the big similarity is they both expect the highest standard of the highest quality of basketball, the highest standard of what you can bring as a person and as a basketball player. Coach Brad was nothing other than winning, man. That was his thing. And Coach Woodson is nothing but, come in here and bring the most that you got, and you got to earn everything, and he knows how to win. He's done it, proved it in the NBA. He's had some injury problems in the past at IU with the roster and everything like that. But with this team this year and with Coach Woodson, I have the most confidence that we have a real opportunity to be special this year.
I don't want to harp on your past too much.
Yeah, no, it's all good. You're good.
But what's your favorite memory about being at Illinois and State Farm Center?
State Farm Center was great. I love my time there. The best memory was probably, that's a great question, man. When we beat Iowa at home to win the Big Ten regular season my freshman year. The court storm was, always remember that. And then the Sweet 16 last year was the best basketball memory. Hit a big 3 with a couple minutes to go, hit a couple big free throws, and that was the first time that program's been back to the Elite Eight. So, I've been telling the guys on the team, man, it's the most underrated part of what I bring to a program is my past. Like, I get it. I know what it takes. So I've been telling these guys, like, you don't understand how fun that second weekend is, man. It's special. It's really special. So being blessed with an opportunity to play in the second weekend, it just helps me bring that to this program, and I want to see that for this program, these guys as well, and see them enjoy that.
Last question, I promise.
You're good.
Is Indiana, Illinois a rivalry to you?
No, it's not. No, it's not. I know Coach Fraze last year tried to make it one a little bit. Had a little juice with him there, Gordon thing. But no, it was always Indiana, Purdue. It'll never not be that. So.
Thanks, Luke.
Yeah.
Coach Woodson talked about you playing like a 4-ball, a small ball 4 type of thing. You played that at Illinois, right? A decent amount?
Yeah, good amount, yeah.
How do you think that will be different with Indiana compared to the role you played at Illinois?
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit different, especially last year because we have a dominant big this year. 2 of them. Malik can play the 5 and be just as dominant as Balo. Last year, everybody knows if they watched us, we had Coleman. He's a pick and pop 5. Didn't really post up much, if at all. So this year, with having a dominant big in there, and me and Mac out there space the floor, it's going to be like playing with Kofi. That's the best way to describe it, honestly. So.
Yeah.
Ball's a great passer. It's going to be great to play with him, and I'm looking forward to it.
What do you think of the tempo so far? Coach Woodson mentioned trying to play a little bit faster this year with, Rice and Carlisle and you guys. Do you think it will be an up-tempo pace for you, or do you see it more similar to just a normal Big Ten type of team offensively?
Yeah, it's going to be up-tempo for sure in the summer. Kanan is probably the fastest guard I've ever played with, and I played with some fast guards. So he's special with the ball in his hands, and same with Miles. So when you pair that with guys that can run the wings and shoot, it's going to create that much opportunity for them with the ball and, us on the wing. So it's going to be, we're going to play fast for sure.
How big a part will the ball screen game be of the offense? Have you been doing that a ton so far?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you got to utilize the big guys, right? Ball is huge. Did it at Arizona. Did a great job with it. And was in a lot of ball screen actions. Malik as well last year. And then LT. Everybody. He's a great player as well. He's had a great summer and great fall so far. So putting those guys in actions, getting them easy looks, and giving the ball to our dynamic guys like that is just going to open up the offense that much more.
Luke, you think you'll ever look good in that red uniform from coming over from Illinois?
Yeah, of course. I look good, right? Come on now. Yeah.
What
Yeah,
does
that
it
seemed
mean
like
to
an
you
insult.
to be able to wear Indiana across your chest?
Yeah, it's a blessing, man. Growing up, being an Indiana kid until I started getting recruited, and I used to, like I said earlier, I used to get candy stripes as a Christmas present, and now I'm gonna be wearing them for warm up. So it's a special moment, even to be able to wear the Indiana across the chest, and I'm gonna play that way this year. So
Now, was your dad that went to school here, or your uncle?
both. My dad played football here in '91 to '95, and my uncle was here at Trent Green. I think he left in '93 or something like that. Yeah. So. And my mom went here too.
So obviously, you caught a lot of hell going to Illinois, I imagine, when you first went over there.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Well, you decided you'd come back here and play. What was the main reason you come back?
Well, when I first decided to enter the portal, I kind of said this, in today's world, in the portal world, people leave for a number of reasons, and I'd say 75% of the time it's, can't really justify it. It's either, whatever it is, money or they didn't play and don't want to grind through it, I did my time at Illinois. I loved it there. Still have a great relationship with the coaching staff, graduated, got my degree, so my time was up there. And I knew I wanted to change, and when I was in the portal, I saw Indiana, Miles, Kanan, Balo. All they needed was a guy that could come in and shoot and, can bring the leadership and the history that they need to win and be successful, and I think it was a no-brainer.
So you got 2 years left or one?
I got one for sure, 100% one for sure. Yeah, they talked about trying to give me one from my sophomore year when I broke my foot, but that's way down the line. I won't know anything more about that until the second semester of school. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned your family ties, but you were a great football player in high school too.
you.
How much are you following Indiana's success to start the year?
Oh, it's great. It's great. Anthony's best friend is James Bamba on the football team, so I've grown to become friends with him as well. But I love, like you said, I played football in high school. I love the sport, watched it every day on Saturdays and Sundays every week. So watching Indiana succeed like that, it makes the hype around the school that much more. When both programs can succeed, it makes it that much more fun. So, football takes care of their thing and we'll take care of ours.
What memories do you have coming to Assembly Hall as a kid?
Yeah, man. I mean, I have a picture. I have so many pictures. I remember I have a picture of they were doing a game. I forget which game it was, but I was sitting right behind the bench. My uncle's tickets were great, so I grew up right behind the commentators actually. And it's a screenshot from ESPN in 2013 of me behind the commentators, waving to the camera, just being one of those guys. So, that's just off the top of the head. But I remember exactly where I was when Christian Watford hit his shot. There's just so many memories, man. I could go on for days about it, but I'd say, those are a couple that just come to mind.
Were you in the building for the watch shot?
I wasn't. No, I was in my basement, but I remember it.
But you should have said you were here.
Yeah, I should have exactly.
We wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
How cool is that for you now with Jordan Hull's on the staff? I'm assuming that's a guy you liked watching growing up, and now he's kind of your coach.
Yeah. I work out with him every day. He's my guy that, when I get in my extra workout, me and Anthony would do it with him. So when you can learn from a guy that was so successful in college and somebody that you looked up to is pretty special.
You've also trained with Matt Roth. What has that been like, and what has the impact been from him?
Yeah, he's one of my mentors. I'll always appreciate Matt for all that he helped me with growing up and stuff like that. I definitely wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. And he did a lot of similar things to me. He could really hit shots, and he was on a successful team. So I was able to grow up with him and was fortunate enough for that. And he's done nothing but great things for me. So.
What are your expectations for the season, individually and for the team?
Yeah. Individually, I really think I'm going to take the next step in my game this year, and I'm going to be the best teammate on the court and the guy that they can count on for everything. In my career, it's been a bunch of up and downs, but I've always been the guy that they can always count on, that will accept any role and be great in it. I can say that last year I went from I was playing 25 minutes a game off the bench to starting and playing 35 minutes a game to, got a little banged up and played 10 minutes a game and then back to, 30 minutes a game in the tournament. So I get what it takes to buy into a team, and every team needs that, and I'm going to be that guy. So, and then team-wise, I think the sky's the limit with this team, really. I think, I was saying earlier, this is the best I felt in the preseason since last year, and you saw what that team did. So being a part of a team like that where you have that much momentum and feel good about everybody that's a part of it is special.
Did transferring within conference affect you at all in terms of